Welcome back to another episode of the Harrogate RTG Career Mode. It's the start of Season 8, where we are in our third season of the Premier League. We are now, I would assume, an established Premier League side here after last season finishing in 11th. And with all the stats of the players put into the spot sheet here, you can see after Bissett's first debut season, he is our 5th top goal scorer, tied with Paul Mullen. Alex Hope had a decent goal scoring season last season, so he actually jumps up to 2nd. And Leo Castledine is right behind him with 45. And then obviously Paul Mullen and both Bissett are on 44 there. James DeBio is also the second player. He reaches over the 200 appearance mark as well. With only 9 appearances last season, since he's part of our backup team here, and to be honest, he could be seeing his way out in this summer. Other than that, we have Leo Castledine 25 assists away from being in the 100 and being the first player to reach 100. That could theoretically happen this season. It won't happen this season though, but coming into it, we have 77 million in our transfer budget after all the spending and stuff last season. The only bad side is we are down in the wage budget. We're already in the wage budget, and this is with the wage budget differentiated, because season 7 coming into this would actually be at like 785. I want to input it to 950,000 because we're gonna be close to spending a million, and to be completely honest, I could bump this up even more to like 1.2 1.1 million to be able to have wiggle room. We are looking to offload players. That's why it's not at that moment or it's not like that at the moment. We are looking to offload players, and the max high overall player that we can sign is going to go ahead and be 81, as Bissette jumps up to 81 coming into this season. He actually was 81 at the end of last season, but yes, Bissette is that benchmark, so 81 rated or below to be able to sign into there. And here are the players we are looking to either sell or loan out initially. These are the players that we are willing to allow to leave. Ben Kittleson, which we are working on a deal already with Sheffield Wednesday. We are looking to offload Aiden Dush because our Peterson guy is going to be our backup striker because he is 71 overall. And, well, he was free. So if we can get the money back for Dush, that'd be great. And Peterson is on less wages anyway. Bacic, don't need him. He's back. He was the backup goalkeeper. Ashalaga could be our backup goalkeeper. We don't need 3 keepers in the squad, so there's that. Max Anderson wants to leave. Jose Gallegos, I just don't need him in there. He's just wasting wages away, to be completely honest. Abraham, we don't need him. He's been sitting on our reserves for the whole of last season, and we are looking to loan out Price, Ortiz, and Quiroga all back out on loan again this season to see if they can grow. Ortiz is up to 71 overall, so he could, if we don't loan him out, be a decent third backup option for us as well. But with 77 million to spend, we are going to do some deals and do some things to improve on this team. And looking to improve on this team, the main front of the improvement is going to go ahead and be our back line. I think Adaramola, we could look to replace a left back and right backs. Adaramola could be starting left back. I do think I want to improve on right back this season though, so there's that. And if we do improve on the center backs, it will more than likely be for Laval or it will be for Laval. There's a possibility we also upgrade on the wings as well, and in the midfield. Daniel Gore and Atta are both decent, but if there's a clear upgrade path that makes logical sense, we will able to do that. Kind of same thing goes for Alex Hope. I know he's 77, but he is 25 years of age, so there is that. And then obviously bench options are going to be a little bit thin there as well, so we might have to look at those later down the line as well. So let's get some transfer business under the way. In our first game of the season, it's against Chelsea, which third season on, we will play the Big Six tabs. So we will start playing the Big Six in the Premier League, starting with Chelsea. And my lord, do we have 3 of the Big Six already in the first 4 games of the season, so that is diabolical. And the first player we bring in is improving on that back line. We go ahead and bring in Sabo Hudson over from Birmingham City, the Norwegian, or He's Denmark, right? The Danish. I think he's Denmark. I think he's Denmark. I don't know why I said Norwegian. I think he's Danish. The Danish player will join from Birmingham. 25 years of age, 80 overall, 87 defense awareness is what caught my eye on him. He's gonna come in to be our new #1 right back, and for only 20 million with his contract expiring at the end of the season, that is an absolute steal. We get him pretty much for market value. Welcome into the squad. And I believe we are saying goodbye to Bengt Kittelsen. And I believe his time at the club is over here after spending just 2 seasons, to be fair to him. But his time at the club should be over. And he is going over to West Brom for about 3.8 million. So we make 400k on him. So we make 300k on him. Or not 300, 400k on him. And he's out of the squad. And we say goodbye to Jose Gallegos. He is off to SB Shadayole for 1.5 million. Sell Aiden Dosh for 2.85 million. Max Anderson has been sold to Cardiff City for 2.9 million. Another player we're looking to bring in to fill in that midfield is Michael Golding. 25 years of age, 81 overall, so he is at the cap, but he is well-rounded. The only downside to him is his pacing and acceleration might be a little bit lower than what you might want in a midfielder, but all well around. We're going to offer 28 million, see what they say to that. They went around 26 to 35 million. They say yes to 28 million. Michael Golding could be coming to the club for 28 mil. We're going to have to go after him again because, well, the wages were not great. We say goodbye to Stefan Nabakic. He is off to Anderlecht for, I don't even see how much money it was, but he's off. We also say goodbye to Ibrahim. He is off to Mallorca for 2.25 mil. And you know what? We actually get him for cheaper. 19.5 million, and Michael Golding comes into the squad. We get him for 9 million cheaper, pretty much 8.5 million if you want to be capitalist. We are welcoming in Michael Golding to the squad. Welcome to Harrogate Town to be part of our brand new midfield. And obviously, we still have a decent quality back line, but I think if we can improve, we shall improve, and a clear upgrade path has been found, and a very clear upgrade path has been found. Tyler Bilden out of Nottingham Forest, 26 years of age, 81 overall. We have just under 50 million to spend, but they reckon we can get him for 20 to 28 million, so we're going to offer 20 million. They come back with 26. I kind of want to spend a little less than his market value. His contract is not expiring. Actually, I mean, his contract might be expiring if he's around under his value. But 20.5 million, Badon is going to be able to come into the squad and be part of our back line and probably be one of our starting center backs. Badon, welcome to the squad. Welcome to Harrogate Town, and welcome to a brand new back line. We sell Noah Allen to Ipswich Town, who just got promoted back up to the Premier League, so we will possibly see him later down the line. We say goodbye to him for 82 million, so we get 8 million profit off of him after signing him 2 seasons ago for free. That brings our transfer budget up to 32 million. Our wage budget remaining up close to 60 million. This budget is not going to be able to really do what I wanted to do. I was possibly looking at another left back that could be a starting left back, but I'm not quite sure if that's happened. Also, by the way, the Tyler Bilden is now our highest wages player. He's up to 80k. I probably could have got him for cheaper, but he was already on 70k or 60k. I upped it a little bit, and he's up now to 80k there. So there is that. So 32 million in the transfer budget, with not many transfer offers coming in for any of our players. Don't know how much more we can do because I still want to bring in a backup right back or a starting right wing, or starting right wing or backup right wing, one of the two. We could be losing our best cam. Leo Castledine could be off on his way over to Newcastle United. Now, Newcastle United don't have European football this season. They actually finished, did they finish just above? I think they finished just above us in 10th. Yes, they finished just above us in 10th. We were 11th. West Ham were in 12th. So they are kind of, they're in the same situation as us. But if we can get close to 50, 60 million, in fact, do they have any cams here that are, ooh. I mean, I'm trying my hardest to steer away from youth generated players at least for a couple more seasons, unless they're mine, like Peterson, stuff like that. So if I can find a cam that's like 81 overall, oh, they have a bunch of old players though. So no, okay. Wingers, right wing. Oh, they have Phil Foden. That's right, Phil Foden. This guy would be perfect to be in a swap deal, but he's 1 overall too much. So we're going to try and get close to around 60 million on this guy. We're going to offer them 60 million, see what they say. I don't want to go lower than 53 million, in all honesty. They want 47 million. I want no release clause. 58.5 million. We'll see what they say. That they say 51.2. We will go up to 55 point nothing, 55 million flat. See what they say to that. We have a lot of tension room to work with there. You can see on your top right, and he could be going on his way to Newcastle United for 55 million. I do have a couple of replacement options on him on the transfer list already. But Leo Castledine could be off on his way over to Newcastle United for 55 million. And here he goes. Leo Castledine has been sold to Newcastle United for 55 million. We bought him for 850K. We bought him for 850K. We sell him for 55 million to Newcastle United. A massive, massive profit. 54 million profit, really. 55 million is going to do world of wonders. That put our transfer budget off screen up to 73 million. So we are pretty much back. We're just back to what our transfer budget at the start of the season was. We were at 77. We're now up to just shy 5,000 off of 74 million. 50,000 off 40 million, 74 million. Happily take that. They say we could have got 20 more million out of that deal as well. Maybe we could have. We also sell Joshua Rollins off to Middlesbrough for 4.5 million. With us bringing in the other right back, we don't need Rollins as our backup because Sambo will be our backup. So we say goodbye to this guy for 4.5 million over to what club was it? Huddersfield? I don't know. Oh no, Middlesbrough. And with that money, we find a left back. Well, we found a left back, but we are able now to fund that left back for 25 million. Harry Amos will come in from Arsenal. It was either him or another left back called Jimenez from Arsenal coming in, both 80, 81 overall. So Harry Amos comes in. He will be first choice left back, which means Adaramola, I'm sorry for possibly giving you false hope to be possibly our starting left back. You are going to be, once again, our backup left back. Harry Amos comes into the squad for 25 million with his contract expiring at the end of the season. We'll get him pretty much bang on market value. Welcome to the squad. We ignore all needs of trying to bring in a new cam, and we spend the majority of the money we had left after that 25 million by spending 34 million to bring in a new right winger that you might think we might not need, in all honesty. But this is a massive clear upgrade path to Alex Hope, although Alex Hope has been absolutely incredible. Maybe a false rating at 77, but still 77 rating nonetheless. So we go ahead and bring in Bruno Durdov over from Sevilla for 34.8 million. We say hello to Harrogate Town. We say hello to Mr. Durdov. He'll be our new starting right winger, and Mr. Alex Hope is going to have to settle to being a backup player onto the bench. And we have roughly 18 million to bring in a new cam. Bring in a new cam in Tristan DeGrief. He comes in for 20.1 million now. I did say I had 17 million. We tried to do him for 17 million, but we needed to bring him in. And so what we have done is did a $3.5 million loan here. So obviously league money, we got 31 million. TV money, I went ahead, instead of doing 79 million, which would have put us at a ridiculous amount, we just did 20 million. Just to do like one third of it, really 1/4 of it. A loan that we must pay back, and must pay back, as I put 2 U's there. We will have to pay this back at the end of this season, and it'll come out of next season's transfer budget. So there is that. So $3.5 million. We went ahead and did that, which allowed us to bring in Tristan DeGrief in for that 21.1 million, which means we had about what, 4.1 million in there. We went ahead and allocate those transfer budgets into the transfer budget reallocation for the wage budgets, because, well, we needed to, because with the without the reallocation, we're about 40K, 50K under there. So wage budget remaining now, we have 1,000 in there. Our team is now complete. So let's go and show you all that team, and then the first game of the season is just around the corner. And so here is your team. It's Gonzalez as our starting left wing. Basete looking to continue his dominant career here in the Premier League at striker. Durdov as a right wing. DeGrief, Gore, and Golding in the midfield. Amos, Binden, Bimula, and Hansen as our pretty much brand new back line. And Andreev in between the sticks as well. And the reason why we went for DeGrief is simply, well, it's for everything, but majority of it is free kick, actually 73. Curving is 74. If he is to score goals, anyone that scores more than 3 free kick goals, because free kick goals are really rare, and if I can remember that, they will get a free kick or whatever, dead ball specialist, that trait, they'll get that if they do that. And talking about first game of the season, it is now first game of the season at home against Chelsea. Let me do these other stuff, admin work, and then we'll get into the first game of the season. First game of the season, Harrogate Town versus Chelsea, and we up the difficulty. I'm doing it dumbly on the first game of the season against a big 6 side, but we are upping the difficulty from legendary up to ultimate, still using the same exact slider sets as well, so it's going to be extra hard here. But we've had a couple of games last season where we was winning 4, 5, 6 goals a game. So we up the difficulty here, and it starts with the first game of the season against Chelsea. Obviously, it's y'all know the starting 11 of it: Gonzalez, Basset, Durdov, DeGrief, Gore, Golding. So we're going to get a first look at pretty much a whole back 4: Golding, DeGrief, and Durdov as our players in the team. We're going to possibly miss out on Leo Castledine, so it'll be weird without playing without him. Hopefully Alex Hope doesn't get too mad that he is not our starting right winger anymore, and hopefully it works out all in the end as DeGrief puts it across. It's headed away, and Diego Costa of Chelsea picks it up. Harry Amos with the interception, first one of the day. Durdov on the right-hand side. DeGrief with a cross in, and it nearly fell to Basset. It did fall to Basset, but a heavy touch will see him lose the ball. Gravenberg, Cole Palmer, David, stopped by Biamula. Cole Palmer into David. Andreev with the first save. The cross of Crace, the cross of it. What? This is why I don't record in the evenings, because this happens. I can't speak English. Cole Palmer, Gravenberg, Jonathan David, Cole Palmer, 1-0 for Chelsea. They take the lead here, 14 minutes in. It's another season where we concede an early goal. DeGrief, Basset, Durdov, instant reply. Shots deflected and out for the first corner of the day. Durdov on the corner. Basset possibly on the header. No. Bayamula. Cole Palmer spins off of the midfielder, and now Cole Palmer. Bayamula gets back quickly enough, and Bayamula stabbing at Cole Palmer will eventually win the ball back. Durdov, Jonathan David, off of the post, rebound. Bayamula got there before they did. Oh, just let that go out of play game. Like, let that go out of goal kick. Gore can't get rid of it. Gravenberg will make it 2-0 for Chelsea. Van Bommel, Palmer, 3-0. We are going to lose the first game of the season as expected, and a 3-1 loss. Gonzalez scores the first goal for us. Second game of the season against Aston Villa. I was just going to call it quits there, but I want to give y'all at least hopefully a full game in this episode. With that being said, we are back down to Legendary. We'll test Ultimate against a weak opponent. We do have Wickham in the Carabao Cup, so I might test it against them and see how it feels there. But for now, we are back down to Legendary with the sliders adjusted a little bit. We'll see how it goes there. We'll start with just the same exact team as well. Looking to maybe find some stability. De Grief into Gonzalez. He loses the ball instantly. Bayern intercepts, finds De Grief now. And De Grief into a congested Aston Villa back line. And De Grief is running with it. Cross is blocked. Gore, Bassett on the counterattack into Durdov. And Durdov can score his first goal for the club. He's quick, he's rapid, he finishes it. Harrogate Town 1, Aston Villa 0. I didn't realize how quick Durdov is. He's rapid on the ball. It's 1-0. De Grief, the counterattack could be on again, this time with Gonzalez. And Gonzalez could be in behind. He is in behind. Gonzalez will make it 2-0. Counterattack FC, 2-0 for Harrogate Town. Vamos! Amos, Gonzalez, De Grief. De Grief over the top for Bassett. Nope, it will be straight to the keeper, which Bassett flatlines. Cross comes in. Waitley is saved by Andre. Clean sheet stays alive. That's something we definitely want to work on this season. Our clean sheets have been woeful. Gonzalez switching the field over to Durdov. That's a great switch. Durdov now cuts in. Durdov on his left foot. Can he curl it? No, he cannot. Oh, Arapen is coming on. Alex Hope is coming on that right wing. And Bassett is coming off for Peterson's debut here in the squad. Making a massive effort of playing a young kid here instead of Dosh, who we sold in the summer. Sold literally minutes ago. Gonzalez over the top. Alex Hope headed away. De Grief second ball. It might fall for Golding. It will, but Golding will lose the ball. He'll gain possession back. Spilled and cleared, and Aston Villa will deal with it. Arapenda out wide for Hope, and Alex Hope trying to prove why he should never got replaced as a starter. Alex Hope into Peterson on his debut. Harrogate Town 3, Aston Villa 0, and this is why we wanted to go up to Ultimate, because things like this would happen. It was 3 counterattacks, but still, they haven't been able to score, which is great, but teams will score, of course, obviously. Golding into De Grief. And Hansen's going to take out Illy Jr. That could be a red card. It's a nonsense red card, but it's a red card. There was no need for me to do that. I wanted to protect the clean sheet. So we better protect the clean sheet at least. And the good thing is Hansen can serve that red card suspension in the Carabao Cup game, so he'll miss Wickham in a game that he probably would never played anyway. Harrogate Town 3, Aston Villa 0, and my God, we don't travel well at all. That will be the end of the episode. In the first 2 games, we win and lose against Chelsea, and then we beat Aston Villa there. When we come back, we have spent, over 100 million? We spent 142 million. We received 83 million. We had to pull out a $3.5 million loan to be able to stabilize us so far. It's going to be a long season. It's a season where we want European football at the end of it, whether it become through the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, or the Premier League itself. Who knows? But next up on the schedule, it's Wickham in the Carabao Cup, which, if I remember by next time I record, which will probably be Monday, which you're going to see this on Wednesday. I'm on Wednesday of last week of this video coming out, so if I remember by Monday of this week that you've already seen the one of the episodes there. Hopefully we'll be in Carabao Cup on Ultimate. If not, it'll be Legendary until obviously I remember to put on Ultimate. I'll see y'all there. Leave a like, subscribe, and peace out.